What's up, bud? It's Rob. This is Apparel Success. I feel a bit under the weather today, but I still wanted to make this video for you because I've got some amazing things to share with regards to Facebook ads, okay? So in this video here, I'm going to share with you 3 amazing tips on how to run more effective Facebook ads for your clothing brand. At the beginning here, I'm really just going to give you a full picture of how it works, and then I'm going to jump into the 3 tips at the end. It should be a really good video. Here it is. This video here is sponsored by my buds over at BrandCrowd, and if you need designs made for your clothing brand, I highly recommend that you check out BrandCrowd. BrandCrowd has a tool called the Logo Maker tool. What it is they have a vast library of professionally designed logos that are fully customizable, so you can add your own fonts, your own layout to it, and all of that's free to try. Once you decide that you actually like the logo, you can decide to purchase it and remove it from the marketplace entirely. If you're interested, follow the link in the description below because it'll give you 35% off at checkout. All right, so when it comes to running Facebook and Instagram ads for your clothing brand, there tends to be a lot of confusion around how to actually go about setting up these ads so that you're getting a solid return on investment and you're not just wasting your money putting out ads that aren't bringing back any sales. What I want to share with you here are some of the things that I've learned running ads for my own clothing brand and just some tweaks that you can make for your ads that you're making that will hopefully help you get a better return on investment so that you're making real money and you're not wasting a ton of money, all right? One of the things that I talk about a lot on this channel here is that we don't put out Facebook or Instagram ads to people who have never heard about us before. So we try to stay away from targeting cold traffic with the majority of our advertising budget. The majority of our advertising budget is going to be spent on retargeting ads, retargeting people who have already been to our website, they've already been to our Instagram account, they've already visited our Facebook page, and they're already on our email list, okay? Now the reason for that is, number one, because when you're running a clothing brand, it's really, really difficult to make a solid first impression with a clothing brand when it's coming from the clothing brand source directly. Okay, so if you're, walking up to somebody in the street and you try to sell them on your clothing, that's a lot harder to do than if one of their friends tells them about this sick clothing brand that they know. So we know that that initial point of contact, that first point of contact, is really important to have it in this organic way where you're not necessarily coming at them with just an ad or a sponsored ad. We've noticed that conversions happen much more easily when the person has discovered your clothing brand naturally on their own, on Instagram, maybe one of their friends, or maybe even like you liked one of their posts and it wasn't this like cold ad that's just drilled into their face and they just go, okay, this is just like any other brand. The second reason why we retarget people rather than actually just going after cold traffic is because when we retarget people, these are known as warm leads for the most part, okay? This means that the money that we spend is actually going to be well spent because we're basically nudging people off the cliff who are already interested in our clothing brand. So when we show an ad to somebody who's already been to our site, they're much more likely to buy than somebody that we just show a cold ad to. We've had some bad experiences running some cold traffic campaigns where we just don't see a big enough return on investment. Bigger companies are able to get away with this, showing ads to, millions of people with cold traffic and get some results because they have a much bigger marketing budget. If you're anything like us, where you're really tight on a budget and you need to make things work, then you definitely don't want to be putting out an ad campaign where it's being shown to 50,000 people and you're only getting 2 orders in return. So what I'm telling you to do here, it might sound like fluff, but it's actually very strategic, which is that go out on Instagram and actually drive traffic to your website organically, manually working Instagram, liking and commenting and running giveaways, and get that organic traffic coming to your website so that when they find out on their own, when they find out, organically, and you actually decide to put out a retargeting ad, you've got your Facebook pixel set up on your website, it will be much easier to convert those people that have heard about you into sales. So right now I want to give you 3 tips for running Facebook ads that are based on my own experience running Facebook ads for my own clothing brand that will really help you create the best performing ads possible, okay? The first tip that I want to give you is that the creative of your ad, the actual part that is, the image or the copy that you're writing, and the copy is basically just the caption of the post, the image and the caption and the offer, if you have any promo codes or if there's a big sale going on, is by far the most important part of your Facebook ad. Okay, so if you're setting up the Facebook ad, you know, obviously if you're retargeting, that's fairly simple to set up. You just retarget people who have been to your website, you retarget people who have been to your Instagram account and your Facebook page. But what's even more important than that, once that's set up, is actually creating that creative and that image or that video, whatever it is, that actually speaks to your audience. And this is the most difficult part to do. But once you nail it and you actually create a Facebook ad that looks really good and the creative is really good, you'll notice much, much better conversion rates through your ad. The second tip that I have for you, and this is from working with a Facebook ads expert that's worked with K-Bud Apparel to help us create the best Instagram and Facebook ads possible, is that Instagram stories are the best converting and lowest cost ad that you can put out right now, okay? And the reason for this is because most brands, most companies right now aren't caught up enough to actually create custom Instagram stories and to actually, you know, design things that fit into their Instagram stories. It's still something that people are trying to catch up on. So they're not using them as much. And when you use Instagram stories, they tend to convert a lot better. And if you can actually spend the time to learn how to create a custom Instagram stories ad, it will likely perform really, really well for your clothing brand. The third tip that I have for you also comes from working with this Facebook ads expert and the results that we've been able to get for K-Bud, which is that carousel ads are the next best ad after these Instagram stories, okay? And carousel ads are basically the ads where, you know, you can show up to 10 items and they can swap through or swipe through the items and, you know, shop that way. And what we've noticed is that generally the more items that we put inside of the carousel ad, so if we put, you know, 10 items inside that carousel ad rather than 5, the one that's showing 10 generally works better, drives more traffic to the website, and converts better, okay? So try and run those carousel ads, try and run those Instagram stories ads, and focus on the creatives that you're creating for your ad and the copy that you're writing, because it will really help you out when it comes to actually creating these ads that convert best for your clothing brand. I hope this video helped you out a lot, and if you haven't already, check out my free clothing brand marketing masterclass video. It's 100% free to watch. All you have to do to get access is go to www.apparelsuccess.com/masterclass. You can watch the entire thing for free. And if you've made it to this point in the video, I want to let you know about the closed Facebook group that we have going on for Apparel Success. There's a link in the description below. Follow that link, join us in the group. We're a bunch of clothing brand owners all in there to support each other and answer each other's questions. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace. Lay back, get relaxed, and just lock in and soak up all this information. When new visitors come to your account, the first thing that they're going to do is read your bio to find out exactly who you are and what you do. Say you reach 20,000 followers on Instagram and you get some celebrities and influencers, then you'll reach a certain point where you can finally leverage that. Like some of these celebrities, it's just like, sure, bro, I'm down. Send me whatever you want. Thanks a lot. Like, you can just tell that, you know, they don't really want to be formal about stuff like this. And I'm going to show you in the next upcoming modules the very strategic and systematic way that you can go about doing it. I'm really excited to show you. I'm going to show you right now exactly what to do to implement this system for yourself, and let's crack into it right now. What I'm doing here is I'm guiding you into the light. I'm going to show you exactly how to grow up your account from the very beginning. If you don't have anything to leverage, it just constantly keeps growing, because as long as you're putting in the work, as long as the strategy's there, you will get results over time. You will get there. If you put all this in place that I'm about to share with you, you will get there. I'm really excited for you to do this.